Have you ever taught in the classroom?
Yes, I have taught in the classroom.
How well did this work?
They listened.
Man.
They listened.
Man,
because they were able to answer simple questions like this.
Right.
I read something, I show up, and they repeat what they understand. And so I don't move forward.
He was dealing with gangbangers and alcoholics and high noobs and everybody else.
Yes, we dealt with those brothers.
Because I used to be one of them.
I ain't taking no naps. For the 12, I'm bridging the gap. 16-11, I'm strapped. Dream team coming back with a slap. Hey, on the block where it's at. White Chris getting smacked. Who gon' read? I'm about to snap. This straight facts, my boy, no cap. Steps going up.
Right? In the Christian church, do they teach you guys to keep the commandments? They do.
Well, actually, they teach the command.
They teach the commandments.
But what they do is they teach the law of the new command, of the last, what is that, 13, 14 books? The new joint with
the New Testament?
Came out, the New Testament.
Okay.
So, what people are going off of, what the people who crawled out the Caucasus Mountains.
Right. You're talking about the Edomites, the so-called white man.
That's what they did, was they took that and they put that as law.
Okay.
And they weaponized it.
Okay, got you. Now, you're true about that. But according to the Bible, what laws in the New Testament does it say? What commandments don't we have to keep in the Old Testament that it says in the New Testament?
See, that's there. That's that slippery slope because none of them say it. But the fact of the matter is, the reason why we are in this situation is because they don't care about none of that.
That's not true, Rick. That's not true. Read verse 48. I'm gonna show you. Listen, Rick. I want you to understand. You are right about who our enemy is, Adriana and Landon. He is right who our enemy is. But let's see why they came against us in the first place. It's because we broke God's commandments and now we're cursed, right? You follow me? Yep. So here's one of the curses, verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
So guess what? For breaking God's law's commandment, Adriana and Landon, we have to serve our enemy.
That's right.
Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who sent our enemies against us?
The Lord shall send against thee.
So Adriana, who sent the so-called white man against us? God did.
That's right.
God, we gotta listen, Rick. We gotta give God credit to why this is going on. The white man didn't come up with the bright idea to say, let me go put these blacks and Hispanics in slavery. God put the spirit upon him because of our disobedience to put us into slavery, to allow all these curses to happen to us. Keep reading.
In hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
So do you, Adriana and Lander, Rick, y'all shop our food for less?
Bread out.
Right? Groceries. The Bible said we're going to have to go to another nation of people to get those things.
That's right.
To get food, to get water, to get clothing, to get anything, a driver's license, an education. To understand what the Bible says, guess where our people go to?
Teach.
The church institution, what was built by the so-called enemy, was built by the enemy. Right? So God has said we're going to have to go to them for the wants of all things. Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So Adriana Lander, were yokes of iron put on the blacks and Hispanics? Did this happen? Adriana? You don't know? You go to school?
Those are facts.
Right, in history, they don't teach you about slavery?
They don't teach that in their schools no more.
I got you, Rick. You learned that. But I'm trying to make sure we all on the same page, Rick. So, Lander, do you know that the blacks and Hispanics had yokes of iron upon their neck? Yes, that's true. That's a fact. They had yokes of iron upon their neck. Why don't we have the yokes upon our neck no more, Lander? We have freedom. Okay, you said because we have freedom. What do you say? Why don't we have the yokes of iron upon our neck no more?
Bring it out.
Okay, we found a way to get out of it. What do you say, Rick? Why don't we have the yokes of iron upon our necks anymore?
Because it was bad for Caucasian business.
It was bad for Caucasian business. Look what God said why we don't have the yokes of iron upon our neck no more. Read it again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed.
Until he have destroyed you. We're destroyed mentally. That's why they took the yokes of iron upon our necks. Right. It didn't have nothing to do with business or anything. God said he took those yokes of iron because we are fully destroyed. You know why?
Bring it out.
We call ourselves African American.
That's right.
What's your nationality?
I'm black. I'm an American. Point it out to me on a map.
So you're black and American, right?
I'm not from Neverland. I'm not from Africa, America. I'm not from none of that.
Okay, so what is your nationality? Rick, what is your nationality?
I'm an American.
You're American now.
I was born in Kansas.
Got you. I got you. But just follow me. You would say you're Mexican American, right? You would say you're Mexican American, right? you say you're American, right?
Yep.
Where does the term America come from?
Them folk.
Huh?
Them folk.
Them folk. So how can you be American? And what do you mean by them folk means America comes from an Italian navigator. His name was Amerigo Vespucci.
Right.
He came with Christopher Columbus. He came with Ponce to the Americas and they destroyed us. And they put the name of America on it, either Mexican American, Latin American, African American, or Black American. They gave us these names to title. But we're the Israelites according to the Bible. I got you. That's why we're here, Landon. Adriana, that's why we're here. We're letting our people know what we have to do as Israelites. Because that's, y'all the Israelites, Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Y'all the Israelites, this is what we have to do to get our people out of their oppression. Because are the Mexican man oppressed, Adriana? Do you see we're at the bottom? You don't know. You don't see, like, okay, you've been to, you have any, you've been to La Jolla or Coronado or the beaches or anything like that? You been over there?
I go to school there.
You go to school there, so the conditions they live in, it doesn't look better than our neighborhoods? Yes, it do.
Right.
Yes, it do, because we're oppressed and they're not. They're the ones oppressing us, making your parents work hard to make sure their communities stay clean.
Right.
And then they send us back over here where our people are on drugs, homeless, right? We got bad foods in our stores. All these things are happening to us because we're breaking God's commandments. But us as Israelites, we got to figure out what we got to do.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
To do what?
Keep the commandments of the Lord.
One more time.
Keep the commandments of the Lord.
So Rick, as an Israelite, what do we have to be keeping?
I was just about to ask you the same thing as keep the commandments of the Lord. But as a man in present day 20, how do we do that?
Got you, because you asked a good question. How do we apply God's laws and commandments?
Yeah.
Right? Read that one.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
So Adriana, you are the temple of God. Meaning what God tells you to do and how you're supposed to take care of yourself, what food you're supposed to eat, how to conduct yourself. You are the temple of God and you got to do what God tells you to do. Right, Rick? Read.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
So if you defile the temple of God, God will destroy you. What is one way our people defile our temples, our own temples?
Every day, all day.
Give me an example. Be plain. Because Adriana, man, she might not know. We're trying to edify everybody. So what are some ways?
Drugs, alcohol,
sex.
Drugs, alcohol, premarital sex, pronouns.
Okay.
However you want to look at it.
Good. That's some good examples, Rick. Now let me ask you. Do you do drugs? Do you smoke weed?
No.
Do you smoke cigarettes?
Yes.
Yes.
I do.
Is that defiling your temple?
Yes, it is.
It is. So what did the Bible say?
Oh yeah, I'm flawed.
Right.
Definitely.
But so if you're flawed, what are you supposed to do then?
Fix it and
Fix
get
it.
right.
Okay, so you knowing that smoking cigarettes is wrong.
Yep.
When are you gonna stop doing it?
Man, that's a good question. And the honest answer to that is, as soon as I get myself right.
So what do you mean as soon as you get yourself right? What does that mean?
As soon as I get myself right, that's a position to where I can focus on that relationship.
So listen, you got to understand, the relationship starts by you keeping the commandments. So you can't say, until I get myself right in the relationship right. The relationship starts between you and God by keeping the commandments.
That's right.
He said, Rick, stop defiling your temple.
That's right.
And I understand.
So you gotta stop smoking cigarettes.
Right.
You gotta stop doing that.
Right.
Now I understand. Cigarettes, they have a chemical in there called nicotine,
And it's
very addictive. So guess what you gotta do? You gotta wean yourself off of it.
That's right.
You gotta wean yourself off it.
Right.
So if you smoke 5 cigarettes a day, you gotta start smoking 4 cigarettes. Then you drop it down to 3. Then you drop it down to 2. Then 1. If you smoke every day of the week, you go down to 6 days. Then 5 days. Then 4 days. 3, 2, until you're done.
Right.
Say it again? Okay, yes sir. So that's what I'm saying. Do you do drugs? You don't smoke cigarettes? You don't smoke weed? You don't do none of that stuff? Okay, so
don't ever start.
Don't ever do that.
That's
Because
exactly.
he's speaking from example. We're showing you at the Bible what the judgment is. Read the judgment. Read verse 17.
Verse 17. If any man defile the temple of God.
So if we continue smoking weed, and we continue smoking cigarettes, and we keep saying, I'm going to wait until I try to get myself right, what's God going to do to us?
him shall God destroy.
That's right. God do what?
Destroy.
So why would you want to wait until you get throat cancer?
Right.
Why would you want to wait until you get lung cancer?
Right.
Why would we wait until these things?
Right.
That's because, you know why? Because, give me Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. This is the mindset of our people, Rick. And I'm not saying this because, guess what? Some of us up here,
I love it.
we used to smoke cigarettes. We used to smoke weed. But once men who knew the Bible came and told us what we were doing wrong, we had to stop. We had to make a decision. You know what? Am I going to make excuses and tell myself, you know, until I get right, I'm going to keep smoking these cigarettes? Or I'm going to stop because I fear God's judgments?
No.
But here's the mindset of the Black Hispanic man. Right? What's going on, Adrian? You can go? You got a flyer?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure you read that flyer, sis, all right? All right, Ecclesiastes 8:11.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
Because smoking cigarettes, that's an evil work. That's an evil thing. You're defiling your temple. God said, don't do that. The only way God can dwell in you is if you're keeping His commandment, not defiling your temple. Read.
Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
You see that? It's because God is a merciful God.
Right.
Our people are sinning every single day, but He's given us time to get it right. But our people, they take that for granted. And they say, you know what? God ain't do nothing. God ain't gonna do, man. I've been smoking all my life. I've been robbing banks all my life. I've been smashing women all my life. There ain't nothing happened to me yet. And that's why we're fully set in our mind to do evil. That's why our communities look the way they do. That's why our people fill up the jail system. You know what the people do, man. You've been there. You know what they do. And they think, and some of them in their mind, guess what? They ain't gonna change. They think what they do, despite even getting life sentences. If they go out, they say, I do it again.
Yeah.
They say that. Yeah. They say, I do it again because we're fully set in our mind to do evil. But keep reading.
Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before Him.
Right.
But it shall not be well with the wicked.
It's not going to be well with the wicked.
Spread out.
Those who think they got time and say, you know what? God knows that I'm trying to get myself right. You know what? I can smoke this thing. I'm going to wait till I get myself right. Guess what? It's not going to go well with you, Rick. We don't want this to... Listen, we speak out of love. We let you know, we try to give you urgency that you got to start thinking about what you're doing, and you got to make that change. You got to fear God, because God at any time, He can put you to death.
Right.
God at any time, when you go to your next doctor visit, they can say, you got throat cancer, stage 4. At any time that could happen. But God is having mercy upon you right now by sending us out here to teach you what you got to work on.
Spread out.
Now see, this is my question.
Go ahead.
This is my question.
Yes, sir.
I understand.
Yes, sir.
As a man of God, having found God, I get it. I understand that. I really do.
Yes, sir.
Where is the talk to me as Rick to homeboy language that can be translated and they can learn that language?
Guess what, Rick? We do that.
Right.
Every day we're out there on the streets.
Spread out.
Every day we are on the streets, and guess what? We got brothers in the school who we talked to on the streets, got them off the streets, they got cleaned up, and now they're doing right now, they teaching now.
Right.
So you might not, I don't know, you might not have seen us before, Rick. I'm not
I've seen y'all
sure.
in Kansas City. I've seen y'all.
Okay, all praises.
I've seen y'all in Atlanta.
And
I've seen y'all here. I've seen y'all in LA. I've seen y'all in everywhere.
All praises, Rick. Guess where we started at? In New York. And now we all over the place because we're doing what you just said. We're doing that. That's why we're spreading. Our people are waking up. But guess what, Rick? Today's your day. Today's your day, Rick. Today is our time to speak with you. Get you right. You can't worry about everybody else right now.
I got it.
This is no. Right now. No. Right now. You gotta worry about yourself. Watch. Give me
I'm good.
second. You're not good. Romans 7:12.
I'm good.
Rick, listen to me. Rick, listen to me. Listen to me.
See, no.
Go ahead.
Conversations go both.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. I'll let you speak. I'll let you speak.
Conversations go both ways.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I am good enough within myself that I'm accepting that if this is what's for me, then I need to hear it.
Right.
And it needs to translate in my head.
Got you.
2 hours later.
How do you ever expect to impact brothers? Just like S.A. just walked around the corner like, yeah. Because all he hears is the same thing his grandmother and his gay auntie,
Romans 3:3.
gay ass uncle, and everybody else tried to get at him with, and it didn't work for them because his daddy was here, his son was locked up, and all this other. Just the regular conversation that you would have with your son, and then you have to talk to your son as a father before you can talk to your son as a priest.
I got you, Rick. But Rick,
You know what I'm saying?
I got an answer for you. Do you want the answer?
That's where I'm at right now.
I got the answer for you. Do you want it?
No, give me your answer from here, not there.
No.
man
See,
of
that's
God.
yes. As a man of God, I gotta read the Bible.
Don't read.
Yes,
It
yes.
should be
Rick,
here.
Romans 3:3.
The book
You
of
should
Romans.
be faithful, brother.
1 Peter 4:11. Rick, you see, you're missing it, Rick. You talking about being a godly man? A godly man's gonna read the words of God.
That's right.
A godly man is not gonna come from his own thoughts, Rick. That's what you're not understanding. 1 Peter 4:11.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of
So
God.
if any man speak, he has to speak the what?
Oracles of God.
Not the oracles of man.
Of God.
So we gotta speak the oracles of God. Romans 3:3. Because Rick, you asked the question, how do we get the other people to come and listen? First thing you gotta understand, not everybody's gonna believe, Rick.
That's right.
Not everybody's gonna believe, Rick. 2/3 of our people are gonna die, Rick, because of the unbelief. Romans 3:3.
Romans chapter 3 verse 3. But what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
So what if we out here teaching and some people say, I don't want to hear it? Shall the word of God make his unbelief? Read it again so I don't butcher it.
For what if some did not believe?
So what if some people, they hear us teaching, we give them a flyer, we tell them to the Israelites, we got to keep the commandments, and they say, I don't want to do that. Read.
Shall their unbelief,
Shall their rejection to what's coming out the Bible, read,
make the faith of God without effect? God
So
forbid.
guess what, Rick? There's a lot of our people that are going to hear this word and they're going to reject it.
That's right.
We're not here to force everybody to keep the commandments.
Bring it
Our job
out.
is to teach. If your spirit bears witness and understand, you know what? Let me humble down to what the Bible is saying.
Right.
I'm going to do it.
Right.
And guess what? The men you see right now in purple, we all did that.
That's
so
right.
it works. The Bible works.
That's right.
I know it works.
You see what I'm saying? So our job is not to force everybody to keep the commandments. That's not what we're out here for. We out here to find the 144,000 like
Right.
the men like you, brother, to raise up for his people, to put the drugs down, to get their life right, to stop smoking cigarettes, to make sure they marry a godly women. We need you, brother, to be a righteous example.
I couldn't teach like this. I'm too personal of a person.
Say it again.
I couldn't teach like this because my relationship with God is bigger than any religion.
I'm telling you, you don't have a relationship with God.
That's right.
1 John 4:1. You don't have a relationship with God, Rick.
Out.
1 John 2 and 4. Rick, I'm sorry. You don't have a relationship with God, Rick.
That's right.
According to the Bible. Read that.
That's
Book of
right.
1 John chapter 2 verse 4. He that saith, I know him,
Because, Rick, you're saying that you know God. That's what you're saying. Read.
and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar.
So, Rick, you are saying that you have a relationship with God, but you refuse to keep God's commandments.
Right.
Yes, you do have to read it. Read it again.
He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him.
So a lot of our people who say they're Christian, they say they have a relationship with God. If you're not keeping the commandments, you are a liar.
That's
The
right.
Catholic Church has made you guys liars.
Right.
The Christian Church has made you all liars.
That's right.
Why? Because you're not keeping the commandments.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.